Anxiety is one of the most prevalent mental health disorders in the world, affecting more than 300 million people. In today's video, we'll discuss a very effective and simple technique that you can practice anywhere and anytime to decrease your anxiety, while also explaining why anxiety doesn't actually exist. If you take a moment to think about it, are your anxious thoughts related to what is actually happening right this second? Or are they thoughts about what might happen in the future? By definition, anxiety is a feeling of worry, nervousness, or fear of a future threat. Our minds trick us by preparing us for this perceived threat, freeing us to think about all of the worst-case scenarios. According to one research study published in 2009, people tended to believe that a severely negative event was more likely to occur than a neutral one, even though the probability of either event occurring was equal. The researchers noted that people are very attuned to the uncertainty of the uncertainty. Thinking about the worst outcome acts as a preventative measure against the negative effects associated with being unprepared. In other words, if we consider all of the worst possible alternatives, we get the false sense that we can control whatever will come and be okay afterwards. Although this line of thinking acts as a survival mechanism that may have helped our distant ancestors, it's typically an overactive response in our current reality that causes us unnecessary distress, as we think about the infinite possibilities of all the bad outcomes that might or might not occur. We're mentally living in the future, which is a reality that doesn't currently exist. What does exist, however, is this exact moment, and that's where mindfulness comes in. Mindfulness is a way of paying attention to the present moment, with curiosity and kindness, without judging or reacting to what's happening. Mindfulness helps us focus on what is happening right now, in this exact second, instead of worrying about the past or the future. The past has already happened, and the future hasn't occurred yet, so we don't have any control over either. Mindfulness helps us accept our current thoughts and feelings without trying to change them or avoid them. It can help us calm our mind and body, and reduce stress and anxiety. How can you practice mindfulness? There are many ways to practice it in your daily life by being more aware and attentive to what you're doing, feeling, or thinking. For example, you can practice mindfulness when you're eating by noticing the taste, texture, and smell of your food. You can practice it when you're walking by feeling the sensations in your feet, legs, and body. When you're talking with someone, listen carefully and empathically to what they're saying rather than thinking about what you're going to say next. When you're feeling anxious or stressed, direct your focus towards your body sensations to identify exactly which area of your body you feel tension or discomfort. You can recognize these sensations without the need to act on it. Embrace the experience and allow time for the discomfort to subside on its own. It eventually will. There are many scientific studies that show how mindfulness can benefit our mental health. For example, a study published in November 2022 compared the effects of mindfulness-based stress reduction and anxiety medication on adults with anxiety disorders. Mindfulness-based stress reduction is a program that teaches people how to practice mindfulness through focusing attention on one's breathing and other physical sensations. A body scan, which involves directing attention to one body part at a time and observing how that body part feels. And mindful movement, which includes stretching and other movements that bring awareness to the body. The study found that after 8 weeks, both mindfulness-based stress reduction and medication were effective in reducing anxiety symptoms. But mindfulness-based stress reduction was more effective in improving the quality of life and well-being of the participants, due to fewer experienced side effects compared to those in the medication group. Mindfulness is just one of many strategies to manage anxiety. If your anxiety is extreme and long-standing, and you haven't found any relief even after repeatedly practicing these techniques, seeking out the guidance of a mental health professional should be considered. Your anxiety does not have to be a life sentence. Remind yourself that your anxious thoughts are just that, thoughts. So when your mind wanders to fabrications of the future, immediately redirect yourself back to the reality of the present moment. When you do so, you're then likely to realize that in this exact second, you're probably okay. We're more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. To learn about 3 other methods to deal with distracting anxious thoughts and get peace of mind, check out this video here. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.